Okay, in the next video, we will see how nomads and mobile people lived. Nomadic pastoralists moved over long distance with their animals. They lived on milk and other pastoral product. They was moving from one place to another place. Why? They want to get the feed for the animals. So, in search of pastoral ground or the grazing ground, they was moving from one place to another place. And they mainly their food means milk and milk products, pastoral products. They also exchanged wool, ghee, etc. with the settled agriculturists for grain. They was giving the things what they are having, milk and other things or ghee and other things, that they will give to the agriculture people, those who are living in that area where they are going for grazing their animals, and they will collect the grains from them, even cloth and utensils and other products. Then they bought and sold these goods as they moved from one place to another place, transporting them on their animals. So some of the groups, not only for their own purpose, they was collecting it for selling purpose also. For example, from here Karur, what things famous? For example, mud pots are very famous. Then they will collect from here and they will move to Salem or some area. What is it is needed for them, they will give to them, and they will collect another something from Salem, and when they are coming back to here, they will sell here. Like that work also they was doing, means working as a transportation in olden days. The Banjaras were the most important trade nomads. Their caravans was called tanda. So the Banjaras, we can see the Banjara groups in Karnataka, Maharashtra and many states, we can see them. And there was the trade nomads, means for trading purpose they was moving from one place to another place, and their vehicle what they was using, that caravans, was called known as tanda. Sultan Alauddin Khilji, chapter 3 we have seen that one, used the Banjaras to transport grains to the city market. Emperor Jahangir wrote in his memories that the Banjaras carried grains on their bullocks and different areas and sold it in towns. So the kings they was using, or the big merchants, they was using the Banjaras for transportation purpose also. They transported food grains for Mughal army during military campaigns. With a large army, there could be 1 lakh bullocks carrying grains. For the army purpose, the Mughal kings they was using near about 1 lakh bullocks only for carrying grains. Then about Banjaras it is written, Peter Mundi, an English trader who came to India during the early 17th century, he described the Banjaras. In the morning we met a tanda of Banjaras with 14,000 oxen, and they were all laden with grains such as the wheat and rice. These Banjaras carry their household, wives and children along with them. One tanda consists of many families. Their way of life is similar to that of carriers who continuously travel from one place to another. Nowadays, we know the public carriers, the national permit. They are, for example, the Karur, one person having 100 of trucks. What they will do, they will send something from here to maybe to Chennai. From Chennai, they will get some items that want to go to Vijayawada. Then from that, they may go to Akola of Maharashtra. From there, they may go to Delhi with some other thing. Like that, it is moving. It may come back after 2 or 3 years here. The drivers may change. They will arrange like that facilities. But that group of that people, they are, or the vehicle, it is moving from one city to another city because of the giving the transportation service. Like this, Banjaras also was doing the same way. They owned their oxen. They were sometimes hired by merchants, but most commonly they were themselves merchants. So they was having their own oxen to carry as a use as this traveling purpose. Sometimes they was collecting oxen from the merchants who is giving the things. Some and many of them was merchants also. They was traders also, business people. They buy grains where it is cheaply available and carry to the place where it is dearer. And from the grains reload their oxen with anything that can be profitably sold in other place. So they was collecting from one place where it get things getting cheaply. It may be grains from where they are getting in very cheap rate, they will collect from there and they will sell to other places. Okay, rest of the things you can read. Okay, we are moving to next part. Many pastoral tribes reached and sold animals such as cattle and horses to the prosperous people when the kings, and they will collect the horses from these pastoral tribes, because already they trained, so it is very easily to train in a for army purpose. Different caste of pretty peddlers also traveled from village to village. They made and sold wares such as the ropes, reeds, straw matting, and the chorus sacks, some like that things. The village people also, they was not in the far away place, from one place to another place, from one village to another village. They was selling the rope and other things. Sometimes mendicants act as the wandering merchants. They were caste of the entertainers who perform in different towns and villages for their livelihood. Like we will study that one, the one of the group. No, we studied about Kathak. What was that particular caste duty of that them to storytelling. Like that, another one group, they are entertaining the people. Rasalila, like that things they was acting. That was so they will come to our village for some days and they will move to another village, city to another next month, or like that. They are was helping us to entertain, and they was moving from one place to another place. That is mendicants, we are calling them. Then changing society, new caste and hierarchies. We can see how the society is changing and how the Varna system it is increasing or developing. As the economy and the needs of the society grew, people with new skills were required. So the society was growing, so the new skilled persons also needed in the society. Smaller caste or jadis emerged within the Varnas. Again, in one Varna itself, we can see subcaste. Why it developed? Because of the need of a particular skilled worker. New caste appeared among the Brahmanas. On the other hand, many tribes and social groups were taken into caste-based society and given the status of jadi. So many tribal group or those who was opposing the Varna society, they also merged with the Varna society. So they got a name with that particular jadis or Varnas. Specialized artisans, smith, carpenters and mason were also recognized as a separate jadi by Brahmanas. Now we are calling them Vishwakarmas. So Vishwakarmas, that become, because that was the need, because we find out discovered new what we can say metals like copper, iron, like that thing. So somebody should be there to work with that one. Then carpenters to make the houses and other things. Then masons also needed. So to make house or the palace and other things. So that all together nowadays we are calling them Vishwakarmas. That Brahmins made them a separate jadi. Jadis rather than Varna became basis for organizing the society. So the jadis that developed in the society in the name of their occupation. Deliberations on jadi. A 12th century inscription from Uyakandam Udayar, in Tiruchirappalli Taluka in present-day Tamil Nadu, describe the deliberation of in the Sabha. That is, we can see that chapter 2, that of Brahmins. They deliberated on the status of the group known as Rathakaras, literally chariot makers. They laid down their occupation, which were to include architecture, building coaches and chariots, even erecting gateways for the temples with images in them, preparing wooden equipments used to perform sacrifices, building mandabas, making jewels for the king. Then one of the new caste, it is jadi, it is developing, that they taken the from where we got that information, that is from Tiruchirappalli. Present it is in Tamil Nadu. Nowadays we are calling it Trichy, like that. So it is that is name of Rathakarans, means Ratnas from Ratna, that jewels from that it may came. And what was the duty? To make the chariots and coaches and means buildings like that. Then way of the temple with many decoration like that. That was the duty, and they was making the equipments, wooden equipments for the performance of sacrifice, because many sacrifices we was using the fire sacrifice. That time it should not burn. In that way they was making, and they was making the jewels for the kings also. Then among the Kshatriyas, new Rajput clans became powerful by 12th century and 11th and 20th century, 12th century, that we have seen again in another lesson. Rajput, that is another one group, they are becoming powerful. They belong to different lineages. They are came from different family, different groups, such as the Hunas, Chandalas, Chalukyas and others. Some of these too had been tribe earlier. Some of these Rajput, then later they become powerful and they become kings also, and that was they, some of the group they came from tribal groups also. Many of these clans came to be regarded as Rajputs. They gradually replace the older rulers, especially the agriculture area. Here a developed society was emerging, and rulers used their wealth to create powerful states. So the tribal group and those who started to call themselves as a Rajputs, what they done, they become more powerful and they replace the old rulers also. The rise of the Rajput clans to the position of the rulers set an example of the tribal people to follow. So other tribals also got the inspiration from whom? Rajputs. Gradually, with the support of the Brahmanas, many tribes became part of the caste system. But only the leading tribal families could join in the ruling class. The caste-based society or jati-based society, they was allowing the powerful caste or the leading family of the tribals only can join with this ruling class. A large majority joined the lower jatis of the caste society. When the tribal groups joined with the caste-based society, they got the position in the position of the lower caste. On the other hand, many dominant tribes of Punjab, Sindh and the northwestern frontier had adopted Islam quite early. So some of them, because of this Jadi system and other things, what they done, they joined with Islam. They continued to reject caste system. They was not ready to accept the caste system. The unequal social order prescribed by Orthodox Hinduism was not widely accepted in these areas. So we can see the Punjab means the half part of the Punjab here in India, rest part it is in Pakistan. Why? That area people they accepted Islam as their religion. They was not ready to accept this caste system. And the emergence of the state is closely related to the social change amongst the tribal people. Two examples of these important parts of our history are described here. Here we want to study about Gons and Ahams. Okay, we will continue in next video.